Hello, everybody. It's Dennis and Andy, and the Superman by James Gunn teaser trailer is here. We're going to break it down. Let's watch this trailer and do a little breakdown here. Ooh, exciting. All right.
That's going to
Superman crashes down. Not exactly a hero moment, but it does make you wonder what's going on. Ooh. Okay. What do we think of Clark Kent's hairdo there?
I love it, and I'll tell you why. The one thing that we've always said, other than Christopher Reeve, you got to be able to differentiate some kind of a hairdo because otherwise it's just Clark. Take off the glasses. Oh, it's Superman.
Well, yeah, it is.
His hair is completely different. I love the unkept look. He looks like a nerd, awkward nerd, which is what you kind of want with unkept hair. And yeah, you just look at him, you couldn't tell it's Superman. I like it.
I agree because, like you said, Christopher Reeve did a fantastic job with his transformation in that great scene from Superman 2, I believe it was, where he took the glasses off, stood up straight. But like you said, his hair, the only difference is between Clark and Superman from those movies was basically a spit curl. Other than that, you saw his full forehead and everything. And to touch base, I just started watching the final season of Superman and Lois, and it's doing flashbacks. And there's a flashback where Clark tells Lois's dad he's Superman, and he's sitting there in his suit, his regular Clark Kent, regular clothes, and he says, "No, I'm him. I'm Superman." And General Lane is like, "Get out of here," or whatever. So Clark stands up, and right there, I'm thinking to myself, can he pull it off like Christopher Reeve did? And unfortunately, no. He just stood up and took his glasses off. And then they cut to General Lane, and he's like, "Oh my God." And it's like, "Oh, get out of here." So this is good because it really does make a big difference when you see somebody's full forehead. So I think it's fine. People are making fun of it, like, "Ooh, Jonas Brother," or whatever. Guys, it's 2025. It's not 1978. I don't mind it, and he's kind of nerdy. Let's continue.
We'll get into bad haircuts later.
Yeah. Spoiler. I will say this, and it's my feeling throughout the whole trailer whenever we see him. He looks like Superboy. Remember the Superboy or live action show from the 90s?
Yes.
He looks like Superboy, and it's not just his face. I don't mind the youthful appearance because I think he's supposed to be late 20s, early 30s. He's not that big. Look at his neck. It's like, dude, I know you got in the gym and worked out. You should have used the machine where you work your neck out as well. I'm sorry. He looks like Superboy. So.
Yeah.
Love the music. She looks great as Lois. Superboy. I'm going I like the electric car. Kind of updating the classic.
I do. It harkens back, but yet it's new. It's for the new audience. They've got almost a heavy metal guitar lead that's emulating John Williams. I like that. I like as soon as I heard it, you almost get goosebumps because
you recognize it, but it's different. But it's different in a good way. Here we have Crypto. I got it. Somebody online said this dog is going to sell this movie. There's going to be more Crypto stuff than Baby Yoda stuff. I don't know when it comes to the merchandise about that, but I tell you, I wish the dog was a little bigger, like Labrador size, and really smooth hair, not like the shaggy DA, but that's nitpicky. I'm more curious how how James Gunn works, basically crypto in, you
Yeah.
know, to the story. Because it's not, from what James Gunn says, it's not an origin story. Everybody knows Superman's origin, and I like that. We don't need another freaking Superman reboot that goes through that again.
Yeah. Now I'll be curious to see Crypto actually in the movies. I think it was because he was in the comic books for so long.
Yeah.
And I think it was John Byrne. I think that kind of wrote him out when he knocked Superman down power wise a few pegs. And um, I'm glad we actually get to see him. Not my first choice for the dog, but with that being said, I love the fact that they're introducing it. I really want to see what they're going to do with him.
Yeah.
Home. Baby home.
I love this. That is just pretty cool. There we go. Lex Luthor, Nicholas Hoult. I got to say, it's a big upgrade from Lex Luthor, played by, who played him in Man of Steel?
Don't remember.
I can't remember, but the guy's known for playing nerds, and they cast him as Lex Luthor. I like this. It's a young Lex. It's like Smallville. You had a younger Lex. I mean, they're supposed to
Michael
be.
Rosenbaum really is my favorite Lex Luthor
Yeah, he was great.
out of any of them.
Well, come on now, Gene Hackman. Come on.
Well, Gene Hackman's a different type. He's a
Right.
different type of Lex. Michael, I thought because you saw him for so many seasons and you see him evolve, I thought he was great. I love the look of Nicholas, and we just saw him in The Order. We've actually seen him as Beast. He was in The Menu. He's in so many good movies playing different types. He's a great actor. I'm just wondering, we see him with a gun. I'm wondering if that ring isn't going to be the kryptonite ring that he has in the books, where they're just not showing the gem. But that's kind of what it looks like to me. But I can't wait to see what he does with this version of Lex.
Yeah, I'm actually excited for it. I think he looks good.
Superman.
Superboy. I'm sorry, Superman.
This part makes me curious because obviously you can see look at how beat up his clothes are right there, how it's all blue, and the people are angry with him. They're throwing a can of something, concentrated orange juice, who knows what that is, at his head and stuff like that. So at some point, obviously the people of the city or the planet have turned against him, and I'll be curious if it isn't going to be this, which we'll see in a minute, if this new Justice League isn't supposed to bring him in or something like that. So I'm very curious with it, but interesting scene right here.
Yeah, I'm still not sold on the collar on the costume either. But anyhow. Oh, hold on. I gotta try and back that up. Just let's see. Oops, wrong way. Oh, come on, Nathan. I know you wanted to be in the DC universe or Marvel as Wonder Man, which would have been cool. Real quick, Hawk Girl, you look great. I don't understand, one, why the suit, that doesn't even look like very, very, very dark green and white. It looks like blue or black and white. So I don't get that. Hopefully something in the movie changes and he has his regular colors. The hair, I get it. Guy Gardner. I get it. I was around in the 80s. I read Justice League in the 80s. Did he have a bowl cut? Yes. Guys, they did that because that was happening back then. That was fine. Guy Gardner in the comics does not rock a bowl cut anymore. He has like a crew cut and it works.
But
Here's
but
the thing. Let me
hold
finish
on.
my rant. Let me finish my rant. Here's the thing. For nerds like us, we get it. We get the connection. Now, let's say 100 people go to this movie. I'm willing to bet at 100 people, not even 20 of them are going to get the connection. They're just going to go, why does he have a dumb bowl cut?
Maybe. However, it is possible because there's no dialogue, no nothing through this. Perhaps it's a period piece. Perhaps this takes place in the 80s, early 90s when he rocked that cut. Maybe there is a reason for it. And
James Gunn's not going to do a movie that takes place back then. This is present day.
I hear what you're saying, but you're jumping up a lot of things there. Not my favorite. I would rather have his buzz cut on it. But hey, look at that. Go Nathan.
Yeah. I got to be honest too. And I know it's a quick shot and everybody's expression, I mean, it's not the best still frame here with that expression. It's looking a little old as well. I'm not sure Guy Gardner should be in his late 40s, but whatever. Okay.
Hey, love Nathan. I'm not going to
I do too. I do too.
And he's got that cocky look, which Guy Gardner had. And, maybe he'll get Superman or Batman will make a pop in there and he'll get him to lower his force field and knock him out in one punch, just like you did in the comics.
I know. I'm hoping. I'm doing a lot of dogging so far, but honestly, at the end of the trailer when I first saw it, I was positive and I'm looking forward to it because this is the first one.
All right, negative Nancy, let's keep going.
Yeah, looks great. The kaiju. Yeah. People were saying that could have been one of his robot helpers from his fortress, which I think would be cool because it looks like he's in his fortress right there.
Well, if you look there, that's the blue cape, and if memory serves, he had blue capes on his robot, so I think it would be. It looks very similar.
And I want to say it again. Looks like Superboy, doesn't look big enough to be Superman. Just saying. I think I was hearing about the suit because we all saw the stills. We did a show on it from over the summer. And I was like, it looks like he's wearing a baggy leather suit instead of form fitting. And then they said that they were going to do stuff in CG to it and post. Looks like they did. I can see wrinkles in the arm, and it looks like Superboy. So Metamorpho, man, I had to see a still frame and somebody was like Metamorpho, and this just went by so quick, and the lighting and stuff, I just didn't get it. I was like, oh, an alien. And then you can see the hint of orange on the left screen, hint of purple screen right, the face. I think it's cool.
Yep.
I love Metamorpho. So probably one of the few that can say that. Dennis is like, Meta who?
Yeah. Well, it's pulling from old lore, so good on them.
When he says home to Crypto, I'm hoping this is the beginning of like him pulling him, because what I'd love to see is Crypto just freaking take off and fly. And
Superman. And that was the other thing, in the comics he did a lot of flying. Here it was running. This maybe shows it's early on and he hasn't learned to do that or whatever. I'll be curious, but that's plausible.
Either or. I hope he either flies or, like I said, this is the beginning of the run. And then when you saw him running towards them in the beginning of the trailer, you just see a long shot and he's just like, you know, that I just, oh, I would love that.
The
Mr.
meteor.
Terrific, comic accurate, nice.
Yep, looks good.
So what do we get? Like 5 freaking scenes of him and Lois smooching and hugging?
But notice it was as both Superman and Clark Kent. So does that tell me that she knows his identity? It kind of alludes to it because that, or she's got a thing with both of them. I don't know. Maybe that's a twist.
I think she'll find out during the movie or towards the end that he's Superman, because in the beginning in the Daily Planet, you don't get that sense. But, once again, it's the first trailer. They call it a teaser. I don't know about you, but I remember back in the day, teasers were like 30 seconds to a minute. This thing is a full-blown trailer, man. It's 2 minutes.
It is. It's a quiet trailer.
Yeah.
And I do think there's a couple of scenes where he's caged in there and you see outside of like the loft that he's in and you see the flashing out there. I think Brainiac's in this, and which would be cool because I think Lex Luthor and Brainiac, when you think of Superman's two big ones, that's it right there. And Alan Tudyk is in this movie, but he's unnamed. So my gut feeling is it does kind of look like stuff because Brainiac, depending on which iteration, he is green, and the current one is, I think he's from Krypton, and I think Alan Tudyk would be Brainiac, so I think that would be really cool. I would be very curious, and I don't think Lex will be the big bad in this. He will just be a bad in this.
Yeah, I don't think he's the big bad either. I mean, it's James Gunn, so he's probably planned out a trilogy already. Look, I hope it's successful. I hope it works. I love freaking Superman. I like Superman 2, the Donner cut, more than I like the first Superman movie. And look, honestly, I know Man of Steel turned a lot of people off because of the color palette being so dark, and I wasn't a fan of that. I didn't mind Man of Steel. I didn't like the killing at the end of Zod. But beyond that, I liked Henry Cavill.
I did too. I did not like that movie though, and that turned me off from it. So the big question is, when you finished watching this trailer, and I know we've watched it a few times, do you have hope for this movie? Not only does Superman represent hope, but do you have hope for this movie?
And I do.
I do too.
Like I said, a lot of first trailers that come out or teasers like this kind of leave you flat and cold. And yes, I critiqued it with him looking like Superboy, stuff like that, Guy Gardner or whatever. But overall, in fact, why don't we CGC the trailer?
Oh, yeah. I would give it a solid 8.0. There were enough things that I really liked about it. The few things that I didn't. Part of it's guessing because we don't know because there's no context. Right. And I don't know how much more context we'll get in future trailers. But from what I've seen, this gives me hope because it's James Gunn and he loves Superman. He has said so. I think he will do right by this character, which leads me to hope that this will be a really solid movie. So yes, I'm giving this trailer an 8, and I think there's hope that we will finally get a decent DC movie.
Yeah, I'm right there with you. You're going to be amazed. I'm giving it an 8 as well. I am looking forward to it. I love Superman, always have, and I'm willing to, change with the times. It's 2025. people that, kids that are going to see this movie, this will be their first introduction to him. Just like for us, it wasn't George Reeves, it was Christopher Reeves.
Right.
So I'm hopeful. I don't know. I'm just guessing that a big Super Bowl commercial, that's 2 months. Now 2.5 months, that could pop another big trailer because then it's only 5 months away from
See,
when
and I was thinking the same thing, a Super Bowl surprise trailer on a Superman on the Super Bowl would be cool. But, this is just our feelings on it. You guys, some of you know so much more about the lore of Superman. We know we missed a ton of stuff. In the comments down below, either on Rumble or YouTube, wherever you're at, leave comments down there. Let us know what you think of it, what you like or don't like, and what we might have missed, going through it. Do you think that is their version of the Justice League, or, what do you think's going on? Curious to see if you think that Brainiac's going to be in it or not. They're all going to have different opinions. We don't know who's right until the movie comes out.
Yep. And lastly, I'm curious to hear the actor's voice, because I tell you right now, I've probably heard this dude talk before. I can't picture it in my head or hear it in my head. So I'm very curious to see how he sounds as Clark Kent and as Superman. So it'll be interesting. Leave your comments below of what you thought of the teaser trailer. And next week is Christmas. Everybody have a great Christmas. And you can still, get a present, get it for yourself, get it for a friend. KOR-DRATH The Awakening coming to you in March. It's almost here, guys. It'll be here before Superman. Here comes the trailer. Lots of great stuff to choose from. You want to know more about KOR-DRATH? Click on the link. Take your time, scroll, read, back your favorite tier, and support Dennis and I in the current adventure of KOR-DRATH The Awakening. Bye-bye, everybody.
Live long and prosper, and Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.